I felt really tired yesterday. No apparent reason, and it snowed a lot. Snow. I was just like, for fuck's sake. So, I did the stuff that I need to do with the animals, fed the animals, things like that. And then, but apart from that, I didn't do anything else yesterday other than I absolutely needed to do to keep myself and all my animals alive. I watched 4 films. I watched the Amy Winehouse documentary. Kind of interesting. She had an eating disorder, I watched Dr. Dolittle. Wasn't impressed. I thought I'd love that film. So talking to animals, just wasn't impressed. Yeah. Anyway, what else did I watch? I watched some Western that I can't remember the name of. I watched something else. Couldn't have been that good. But anyway, so yeah, I watched 4 films in one day. I ate a load of chocolate, which, I told Matt that he needed to panic buy chocolate for me. I was only joking, and he actually took it seriously. Oh, now I got all this chocolate. I'm like, I don't mind. That's great. And so I just felt really tired. And at some point during the day, when I was watching something, I had the thought of, I watched the other film that I watched was Class of '92, which was about Manchester United. That was great. Love that film. Documentary, But anyway, so at some point between sitting on the couch and watching all those films, it occurred to me, well, I could get off the couch, walk into the other room and make a YouTube video. And then I was just like, I just can't bother. I really was really tired yesterday. I was like, you know what? Then I'm not going to. So I didn't do anything. And today I feel less tired. Isn't that amazing how that works? Body's like, yo, you're tired. Rest. And I'm like, all right, I guess I will. I'll just watch a load of films. And then today I'm like, Anyway, all right. So anyway, the whole point of that was listening to your body is not just this thing that you do while you're in recovery. It's this thing that you do indefinitely for the rest of your life. And I don't know what was going on with my body yesterday. For all I know, maybe it was repairing a toenail. I don't know. Whatever it was doing was making it very tired. So I rested, and now I'm not so tired. Who would have thought that's how this works? All right. Sophie says, how do I deal with my whole family telling me to stop eating? Tell them to go fuck themselves. Well, families can be really annoying, and a lot of people are cooped up with families right now, which is probably even worse. You just ignore them. I don't know what else to say to that. I don't think there's, the dynamic between you and your family is going to be different for everybody. And if it was my family, I mean, honestly, I never really cared what anybody in my family ever said to me. I mean, in the nicest possible way. They're the last persons that I care about what they think. So I guess, in fact, actually, I think that, yeah. But if you do care, if you do find yourself caring, all you can do is control your own reaction. So you breathe and you go, ignore. I'm not going to react. I'm not going to be triggered. And you get on with recovery. All right. Sarah says, how are you? I'm less tired. How do you deal with knowing all the calories and everything you eat? I try not to count, but I memorize. Yes. So I absolutely knew all the calories and everything to start with when I first started my eating disorder, all relatively close to the beginning. And I didn't just have the information in my head as to how many calories are in absolutely everything that you might eat. I had this little book because I'm that old that books were a thing. Apps weren't invented yet. So I had this little book, this little pocket book. You could just look up just about everything that you'd eat, and it would tell you how many calories were in it and how much fat and how much protein, shit like that. And I think I remember the book is a little book, but it's probably that thick, and it was like small writing. And I think I probably memorized the entire thing because I looked up everything all the time. And then after a while, I didn't need the book anymore because it's just in my noggin. And God, that was fucking annoying. It is fucking annoying, isn't it? You just look at anything and your brain just goes, I know how many calories are in that and that and that. I swear I could look at a plate of food and I didn't need, I could just glance at a plate of food and my brain would just go, ding. And I know how many calories are in it. So when I realized that what I needed to do in recovery was to train my brain not to be interested in calories. Because the thing is what we do is when we have an eating disorder and we get all interested in calories, by paying attention to calories, we're teaching our brain that calories are important. Because as far as our brain is concerned, we only pay attention to things that are important. And so some people pay attention to their nails. I evidently do not. And therefore, my brain does not think about my nails at all in a day. It doesn't think about what color they should be, or if I need to match my nails with an outfit, or whether I should get little jewels on them, or whether it's time to file them. My brain doesn't think about my nails at all. But had I taught my brain that my nails were important by paying attention to my nails, then my brain would probably think about my nails and ask me questions like, oh, do you think you should go and get your nails done? And oh, do you think that you should change your nail varnish? And those sorts of things, because I would have taught my brain that my nails are important by paying attention to them. And so when we understand how attention works and how we actually teach our brain via the things that we pay attention to, then you start to understand why some people are interested in some things like nails and some people are interested in other things like horses. And when you have an eating disorder, you're obsessed with calories. So then I worked out, okay, well, what I need to do then, because it was me, I taught my brain to be obsessed with calories by carrying that little calorie book around with me and looking everything up like an idiot. So now I taught my brain that. So I can't really blame my brain for being like, oh, hi, human, I have some helpful information for you. That's 500 calories. I can't really blame my brain for doing that because I taught it to it. It's just trying to be helpful. So I was like, well, I guess the only way out of this is to not pay any attention to calories. And that is a bit like having an itch and not being able to scratch it. But with a lot of deep breathing, willpower, you can do it. So the good thing about having an eating disorder that also brings with it an element of OCD is that in recovery, you can use that OCD to your benefit, which I worked out how to do. And I became obsessed with teaching my brain that calories were not important. So I went to great lengths. Like I would open packets of food like this, not letting myself look, and then I'd rip the packet up into tiny pieces and throw it in the bin so that I couldn't look at the calories. Like I went to really great lengths to not allow myself to look at any calorie information. And the other thing that I did is when my brain tried to be super helpful, like the little fucker that it is, and it just threw up a calorie amount for me, that's 500 calories, I would then like grab something and eat it and put it in my mouth and chew it. And then just keep doing that until my brain was like, oh shit, I don't know. Well, now I don't know how much it was. So I kind of like fuck with it. You know, it's a bit like if you're trying to count and someone starts counting backwards and then you're just like, well, I lost my place now. I'd sort of do that to my brain, but it wasn't counting backwards. I was eating, just grabbing stuff and even not looking at like how much crisps or whatever it was that I grabbed and cram it in my mouth. And then my brain would be like, well, I don't know now because I didn't see how many crisps you ate. And then I'd be like, well, good. So that I really actually, like, I just became very, very, very determined that I was not going to allow my brain to pull that shit on me. I was not going to pay any attention to calories. And I very successfully taught my brain that calories are not important because honestly now it just doesn't even occur to me to look at the calories in something I might eat. And that's just a really wonderful thing. And it's still very surreal when I think about how I used to be and how I used to, like, if I only drank diet drinks, but I know that some of them are like completely 0 calories, like Coke Zero. And some of them have like, I don't know, 5 calories in. I wouldn't drink a can of diet soda that had like even 2 calories in. I wouldn't do it. But my brain really thought that would make a difference. It's just bizarre to me. And now it wouldn't even occur to me to not drink a drink that I want to drink or to drink something differently. Like I drink a lot of orange juice. I would never have drunk orange juice when I had an eating disorder. I really like orange juice. I'm always grabbing glasses of orange juice. And the thing with me is that when I drink anything apart from water, I hate drinking water. You put a glass of water there and it's going to take me 5 hours to drink it. Put a glass of orange juice down and I'm like, glug, 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 glug. I just glug everything. I do not know how to sip anything. It's just down the hatch. And it just wouldn't even occur to me that, oh, there's however many calories in that glass of orange juice. And it's just wonderful, actually. But that just shows how adaptive our brains are, that you can teach your brain to pay attention to things by paying attention to things. You can teach your brains that something, a unit or whatever it is important. And you can also teach your brains that it's not important. So yeah, I hope that answered your question. One more. Okay. Helen Sunshine. That's a nice name, Helen. Need a bit of sunshine today. Okay. Recovery warriorette. How to eat as much as you say I need to gain weight. Well, no one that's supporting me believes about what you said, the amount of food I need to eat, and doing the opposite. So I think what you're saying there, warriorette, is how do you, when other people are being like, whoa, you've been listening to that crazy Farrar woman and you're just eating a load of food. How do you then justify that? Is that what you're asking me? I'm just telling you to eat without restriction. I'm not telling you to eat any specific amount. I'm telling you to eat without restriction. This is between you and your body. All I'm doing is I'm like a little voice that's sticking up for your body, saying your body matters. Hashtag your body matters. Your body's opinion matters too. That's what I'm saying. So all I'm telling you to do is eat to physical and mental hunger, mostly mental hunger. And if that means that that's a ridiculously large amount of food, then that's what we tend to do in recovery. So really, I guess the question is what you're saying, well, how do I listen to my body as opposed to people who are not my body telling me what they think my body should eat? Which even if you say that out loud, that person over there who is not my body read a book or something, or saw a meme on the internet saying that this is how much people should eat, and now they think that they know more than my body about what my body needs to eat. It just doesn't make any fucking sense, does it? So you need to focus on being honest with your body. And the scary thing for most of us when we're in recovery is that if we're honest about it, we want to eat a ludicrously large amount of food. And you can't expect somebody who is not in recovery from energy deficit to understand that, because they will have never had that desire or capacity to eat a ludicrous amount of food, because they were never in energy deficit and their body didn't need to do that. So you can't expect anybody else to understand that, can you? Unless they've actually experienced eating disorder recovery. So on that basis, if these people are telling you what they think you should eat and they've not experienced eating disorder recovery, I would say that they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, do they? All right, and with that,